Hi everybody, my name is Jim with Full Moon Adventure Club, and today we're going to be talking about a little cool trick that I'm doing for RV security. It was a really big concern of mine that the RV be safe and secure if we're out for a hike or we decide to go into town to watch a movie or something like that. Because we have a dog and a cat in the RV, if we're going to leave for an hour or two on a hike or something, typically, Storm the dog will come with us, but Buzz is probably going to want to stay in the RV, temperature controlled and stuff. But I've come up with a lot of different security measures, but I did read one story where an unfortunate family was parked outside of a hospital for a couple of hours seeing a relative, and somebody stole their RV with their animals inside. Now, possessions can be replaced. It'd be horrible to have your RV stolen, but to have your pet stolen is just absolutely horrible. In the right, Storm, come here. Come here. That would definitely not be cool. So I'm going to show you how to put a kill switch into your RV that makes sure that it will never start unless that switch is flipped. And it's just kind of an extra added layer of security to make sure that your pets are okay while you're away, and everything's going to be fine. Go ahead and hop down. You're wet. You've been in the lake. Oh my God. And so I'm going to get into showing you how to do a kill switch real quick, which is just basically a hidden toggle switch. And when flipped, your RV engine will not start, no matter what anybody does. So I think that's a pretty cool little thing. It's kind of an old school trick, and I'm going to show you how I installed mine. Now, the method that I use to install mine is attached to the coil. So you have a positive wire and a negative wire that goes to the coil, that goes to the distributor cap, and gives all of your cylinders spark. This is an old RV. It's carbureted with a rotor and cap system. So if you can get to your coil wires, which some of the older RVs are going to have, this is going to be a really easy install for you guys like it was for me. However, if you have a newer RV that's mostly electronic and computerized, this will apply the exact same way, except you're going to tie into, say, your fuel pump fuse. So down on your fuse panel, you're going to look, and one of them is going to say fuel pump on it, maybe a 10 or a 15 amp fuse, and you're going to make a jumper, which is basically you take two flat little paddle connectors, and those are going to slide into the two terminals of the fuse switch, and then you're going to have a fuse in line, and that's going to go to your toggle switch and come back to the other side of that fuse paddle, and that will disconnect and interrupt your fuel pump, so no fuel will go to the engine. It will not start or run, and then when you turn that switch back on, your fuel pump's going to kick back on and everything's going to operate normally. So that's a way to get around that. Other people go to the starter, and there's some other things you can do, but those are the two methods that I will talk about that seems like that should cover pretty much everybody's RV, new and old. Okay, and I'll put up little diagrams to kind of help you out with the fuse way to go, because that's not the way I did it, so I'm not actually going to show you that. I'll be showing you how I attached mine to the coil, and then it's just up to you on where you want to hide the switch. So without further ado, let's jump out there and kind of see how I did mine so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so what we're going to do here is find our coil, which is right here. You can see it has a positive and a negative wire for the coil, and without either one of these two wires, the engine will not start. Now I'm going to tie into the negative because as I run the wire, if it were to ever short out, it wouldn't blow fuses or anything else. It would just, the ground is just a lot safer to run. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to cut this guy and tie our wires in and hook up our toggle switch and see how that works. I used some wire nuts for this, but I'm going to come back and use wire connectors. But for the sake of demonstration purposes, I had to order some more because I'm out. So I just used some wire nuts there to keep everything separated. But you cut that negative in half, and then you're going to run two wires, one off each end. Right here, I chose black just because it's a ground wire, and it'll look kind of inconspicuous. But I'm going to show you a little trick to kind of put these wires together. Just put them into a drill and spin them up. Basically, you just put those into your drill and close the chuck around them, and then you kind of pull the wires out, make sure they're the same length, and then when you do the drill, it's going to twist those wires together so they're easier to manage and run through your firewall. There we go. You can see here we just have a little wire lead toggle switch. We're going to open that up and connect it. Okay, so here we go. And basically, it doesn't matter how you hook up these wires, which wire goes to which, because this is just a simple on-off. It connects the wire, so it doesn't matter. And another thing that I like about using the ground is that if you touch it to metal, if you touch it to anything, it's not going to spark, it's not going to arc, you don't need a fuse on it. So it's just a little safer to play around with. And now we're going to demonstrate how this guy works. So basically we have our toggle switch right there. You can see it says on off, and it is in the on position right now. And so we are going to give the engine a try. Started right up. Now I'll even show you that you could use the switch itself to actually turn off the engine. So now the engine is killed. There's no way you can start it. Nothing. It'll never start. Never in a million years. Until you flip that switch to on. There you have it. Now you hide this little baby. Hold on, let me turn off the engine here. Now we just have to hide this little guy somewhere secret where only we know where it is, and it's out of the way. It's kind of hidden, maybe up under the dash, or maybe under your chair, or maybe in the bathroom. It really is completely up to you where you put this guy. You could have actually just put it underneath the hood, right on the coil itself. So it's just kind of in there. You'd pop the hood and flip it when you're going for a hike, or you're going to be leaving your RV in storage, or something like that, to make sure that it cannot be started and driven away. Even if they hot wire your ignition, there's absolutely nothing they can do until they find this switch and connect that power to the coil. So that's a very, very cool thing. I don't think I'm going to show you guys where I hide this one, because I really want it to be safe. And so I think that's really, really neat, and a really nice added layer of security for your RV. So we're gonna wrap all this. We're gonna tie all of our wires up real nice together, and run our plastic sleeving here, so this is all protected. We have to drill through the firewall, and then we just have to run our wire to wherever we want our little hidey spot, and connect that toggle switch, and it's as easy as that. So I absolutely love this addition. It's kind of James Bondy. It's just a really cool little secret gadget, and I really wish I could show you where I put my toggle switch, because I think it's pretty cool, but I'm not gonna, because I really want to make sure that this is a safe and secure thing, that a little added layer of security, just to make sure that when we get back, the RV is going to be there and everything's going to be safe and sound, hopefully. So I hope that helps you out. It really wasn't that hard. I did it in about an hour and a half. You just got to run your wire wherever you want your switch and connect it to either your fuse for your fuel line, your fuel pump rather, and then or your coil, like I did mine. But I absolutely love this thing, and it's very cool. My switch is very, very hidden, and as long as the people that you want to be able to drive the RV know where it is, you're going to be just fine. So I hope that helps you out. My name is Jim with Full Moon Adventure Club, and until the next video, thank you so much for watching, and happy camping.